What the heck is going on?
You know, it's just it's banana land.
It's the apocalypse.
Where the hell are you? At the top of a mountain somewhere?
I'm doing things. I got things. I got things.
He's
doing things.
He's in a field surrounded by thousands of turkeys with Stu Leonard in Kentucky.
So listen, how great was Saturday night?
Saturday night was the best. I'm glad you started with that because that's where I was going to go first. We had 7 o'clock. It was the time to make noise in Danbury and thank all of the folks, the essential workers that are out there making life possible and keeping us safe. And Danbury was loud, man. My whole neighborhood went out and made noise. The kids had a good time. And we got videos from our digital guy that kind of got some of the streetscape by the hospital. And I know you were doing your Facebook Live and getting people riled up. Where were you actually? Because as soon as Erica said you were on Facebook Live, I go, no, F him. I'm doing mine. You know, I'm going to get more viewers than him.
You didn't know it was a competition, did you?
Well, I was at City Hall, but I didn't know that Facebook shuts you off if there's music playing that you don't have the rights to. So somebody had Bruce Springsteen playing, and Facebook muted me. I didn't know they could do that. I was like, give me a break. I mean, I'm not playing it. I didn't put it on my video. It just happened to be in the background. So like we were having technical difficulties. But let me tell you, man, it was crazy emotional thing. I was stunned how emotional it was.
It was emotional, and the side effect of that, I think, too, was also there was a positive. I mean, the whole thing was positive, but it was nice to see. My neighbors were social distancing, but it was nice to see and talk to adults other than my wife that were 6+ feet away, and just be reminded that while this is going to take a long time, we are going to get back to normal.
Well, there was a rumor, though, going around that I'd like you to either confirm or dispel that you actually were wearing a Superman costume that evening.
I was.
That's what I
thought. Well, actually, it was Captain America, but it's close enough. Yeah, the superhero. But it was, just an incredible night. I was just, like I said, sometimes you do stuff, you don't know what the outcome is or how it's going to feel. And then it happens. I'm like, oh my God, this is like so emotional, and people are so fired up.
I heard it was amazing, just amazing.
And the nurses, I got so many emails, messages, thanking everybody for coming out. So from all of the healthcare providers, just everybody, it was great.
It's the best 3 minutes of my week, and I know it was 3 minutes because right around the 2-minute 50-second mark, I told the kids, "All right, you can stop it with the blowers now."
You're like, "Yeah, it's enough, please, thank you." Okay, go back inside.
I got a headache. I'm not honking the horn anymore.
Right,
it's enough. Everybody had their turn.
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you, by the way. Lewis again made high honors, and Mark sent him a letter. I know you do that for all the kids, but thank you. I was very
I think I
proud
put a little smiley face on there for him, too, didn't I?
Yeah.
You better start saving for college for him because he's going to go to
you're going to pay.
A big deal school.
If he keeps it up, he can get a nice scholarship.
Yeah, a scholarship. That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. What else is going on? We got lunatics who are protesting diseases in Connecticut.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I told you, I kind of sense this is going to go this way now, that people are, they're getting frustrated. It's going to warm up a little bit. They're going to want to get outside. They don't understand why they have to do this. But you're just asking for, a second act of this virus, and we're not through the first act. We're probably in the third or close to the fourth quarter now, but we're not finished. And if you don't finish this thing, you're going to end up, it's going to be worse. So I'm just hoping people understand that, and they just keep, following our guidance and don't really give these folks much credence. This isn't about trying to take people's liberty. It's about trying to make sure people don't, die. So,
not die.
Yeah. So let's do this together and let's get through it and let's move on. But it's going to be a long time. I keep telling people, you're going to turn a switch on May 20th and every restaurant's going to be open and they're going to be packed. Unfortunately, I wish it was that way, but it's not, because think about it again. Would you go out to a crowded place? I know I wouldn't right now, even, if the restrictions were eased up a little bit. So I just think people got to be, just common sense, folks. Come on.
What is the name of the protest group? Open Up the State, something like that. So
Reopen Connecticut.
If I believed that their starting point was we got to get the economy running again, then at least I'd be like less willing to dismiss and make fun of them. But that's not the starting point. The starting point is they think that they're being told what to do and don't like it, and that's it. You're basically out there protesting whether you believe the disease exists and is dangerous, and this is goofy town now.
Hey, Mayor, how about that attorney who sued Lamont because he has to wear a mask, and he ain't gonna? I'm not gonna wear no mask.
Is that how he talks?
No,
it's always those guys, and I don't want to say that, but it's funny because people do that and they protest, and then somebody close to them or whatever gets sick, and then they go, everybody's mask up right away. so look, I mean, you're being told to do this stuff for a reason, and it would be easier for public policy people to say, don't do anything, everything's going to be fine, just wash it under the carpet or whatever, sweep it under the carpet. But they're doing this because they care about you and they don't want to see you get sick. And I get it. I understand it's an inconvenience. And I have friends, and Lou and I have, and Ethan, all three of us have mutual friends that are just getting destroyed in their restaurants. I mean, it's really, I mean, whether they can hang on or not is going to be a story after this.
Right.
And so we understand that. But if you don't do this, there's not going to be any customers. So what does it matter?
And I hate to this seems like a leap to point blame at somebody, but I read yesterday that Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz are in trouble. Not real trouble, but, public shaming trouble. And I think that they sometimes forget that there's a segment of the population that is just stupid and doesn't get it. Both of them were trying to make a point and releasing statistics that X amount of people died due to smoking. X amount of people die because they don't get their flu shot. X amount of people die in car wrecks, and COVID-19 is not even close. Now, I understand that they're using this subject matter as, for down the line to educate people on these other topics. But I think they forget sometimes that they're talking to a portion of the population that is idiots.
Yeah. And so what's your answer, guys? Should we not wear seatbelts? Should we just take off the warning label off of cigarettes? Should we not educate people about the dangers of smoking then, because X amount of people are going to die anyways? No, of course not. You wouldn't do that, and it's crazy. But listen, did you see last night our fire department crushing it, saving a bear in downtown Danbury?
I read about that. That's awesome.
They saved the bear?
They saved the bear.
How do you save a bear?
Well, he was behind the firehouse yesterday during the day, and then he left, so he must have went roaming, and then he came back at night. And you got to be careful because once they sort of, stake out a claim to a territory, it's hard to get rid of the animal. Yeah. So we called DEEP, Department of Environmental and Energy Protection, whatever the hell the name is. Right. And they came down and they worked with our fire department. We've got the ladder truck, so the bear went up into a tree. They hit it with a tranquilizer, and then the bear went higher, and I put the order out, you are not going to kill Smokey in front of everybody in the entire city. So, but our firefighters never do that. So they climbed up higher in the tree and hit the bear again with a tranquilizer, and eventually he fell, and we caught him in a net, and he's been hauled off to a forest where he can play with other bears and be happy. So it's all good stuff.
Awesome.
I want to catch a bear in a net so bad.
I bet you do.
Yeah. True or false, the bear was twerking when they arrived on scene?
The bear was definitely twerking.
That's what I figured.
It's amazing, those creatures. They are beautiful animals. I know they're dangerous, but they are beautiful.
Yeah, until they're mauling your face. Right. So they get less beautiful.
They smell a little
with
bit.
Every strike.
A little problem.
Okay.
Danbury Mayor Mark Boughton, one more question. Have you started The Last Dance, the Chicago Bulls documentary?
No, I am looking forward to it. I'm not a pro basketball fan, but I am a Michael Jordan fan. I think he was the GOAT, and I know Kobe and everything else, but I just think Michael Jordan was the best ever. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Get in.
You better watch it, Mayor. You better watch it because Lou will yell at you if you don't. I've gotten yelled at 2 or 3 times.
Danbury Mayor Mark Boughton, thank you for your time.
Thanks,
as
Mark.
Always. All right, guys. Talk to you. Sorry, I'm outside at a construction site. Talk to you on Thursday.
Yes,
you got
sir.
it.
There you go.
Okay, love you guys.
All right, bye-bye. It's 8:31. There you go. Mayor Mark Boughton. Hey, guess what?
What's that?
Missed headlines, round 2 coming up.
Oh, right, sir.
Hi, it's Flo.